We start with yet another weather impact alert because we are in the middle of another heat wave with today looking like the hottest day.
So take a look at this. That's the Spokane River full of people just trying to cool off.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
We're glad you're here. I'm Whitney Ward. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo standing by right this minute.
All right, Jeremy, a couple questions. How hot did we get today and when can we expect some relief?
Why do you have to ask the hard questions, man?
I mean, that's why we pay you the big bucks.
I get paid?
Big bucks.
Yeah.
This is news to me. Let's dive into the forecast. Temperatures the next couple of days are going to be hot. Sunday will end with this weather impact alert because it does cool down slightly. But until then, we are under heat advisories and excessive heat warnings for temperatures in or close to the triple digits. Today is an interesting one. This is why I keep making that joke. 106 has been pretty solid, but there is a 10-minute window. A small 10-minute window and then another kiss of it that we might have hit 108. We might have hit 107 or we might have stayed at 106. What winds up happening in the world of weather is we measure temperatures in Celsius and then we convert them to Fahrenheit. Don't ask why, that's just what we do. In the preliminary, we have hit 108. Oftentimes those aren't the official numbers, but either way, it is hot. 107 in Ritzville. Ritzville, you were at 110 earlier. Lewiston, you're now at 110. Sandpoint, even up to 97. Everybody is in the triple digits. And over the next 12 hours, we're going to watch those temperatures stay warm. Basically in the 90s through sunset, dropping into the mid 70s for our low. And then tomorrow, we're back near 100 degrees before the chance of rain arrives on Sunday.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Today, the city of Spokane's cooling centers are open for people to use during this heat wave, and there will also be free swim at certain Spokane pools on Saturday. According to city code, the shelters must be open whenever temperatures are expected to reach 95 degrees or higher for at least 2 consecutive days. So you can go to any Spokane library to cool off. There's also additional support available at the Trent Resource Center. And if you need a ride there, Spokane Transit is offering free fare if you are headed to any of those cooling centers.
We are still tracking the Gwen fire burning southeast of Moscow. 143 structures across the area were lost in the fire. And as of tonight, it is now more than 85% contained.
KREM 2's Connor McAvoy went to Myrtle and spoke with one woman who says she's lucky the flames of the fire, while hitting her farm, did narrowly miss burning up her home.
The Gwen fire has burned more than 20,000 acres. And I spoke with one resident here in the community of Myrtle who tells me the fire hit her property and narrowly missed her house. Kathy Rose moved to Myrtle 4 years ago and has never experienced a loss left behind when the Gwen fire burned through the community in July.
I don't think it's completely sunk in, to be honest with you. It's going to take some time to realize what we've totally lost.
Her loss is 5 outbuildings, 81 birds on her farm, and some losses are hitting her finances harder than others.
We have an enclosed trailer and we have a brand new tractor that we haven't even finished paying for that burnt to the ground.
It's something Rose says she'll miss greatly.
This is how we live our lives. We garden. You know, it's how we have chosen to spend our retirement.
But despite what she's lost, she's grateful fire crews arrived when they did and managed to stop the fire from getting further, just a few feet away from her house.
Your pictures and your scrapbooks and all that. I can't even imagine how people feel that lose their identity.
Rocky Mountain Complex Incident Management Team 3 reports as of August 2nd, the fire is 85% contained and do not have an estimate as to how many properties were impacted from the fire yet. We'll continue following this fire as we get more information and as crews get closer and closer to having it fully contained. In Myrtle, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Now to the latest on the Swawilla fire burning in north central Washington. Level 3 go now. Evacuations remain in place for the town of Keller. The fire has already burned nearly 49,000 acres and is just about 65% contained. DNR says right now the Keller ferry is only open to people who live in the area or who need it to evacuate. And firefighters expect more activity this weekend from the fire threatening the remote city of Stehekin. The Pioneer Fire is burning just a mile and a half away from the town, which is only accessible by boat. Thunderstorms could roll through the area today with hot and dry weather expected all weekend. That fire has been burning for 2 months now. It is over 34,000 acres in size, just 12% contained. Officials believe that fire was human caused.
And southwest of Clarkston, the Cougar Creek fire continues to burn. It's in a mountainous, remote area in the Umatilla National Forest. Level 3 evacuations are still in place tonight in Asotin County from the mouth of Cottonwood Creek north to Forest Road 4034 west to the county line. And there are level 2 evacuations for areas of Asotin County and neighboring counties. The fire is more than 18,500 acres. It's about 29% contained.
In other news this evening, the man accused of kidnapping his daughter and running to Mexico is in a Spokane County jail tonight. This morning, Aaron Ong faced a federal judge for the first time.
Cameras are not allowed in those federal courtrooms, but our Shannon Mowdy was there. So Shannon, what can you tell us about this charge?
Well, I'm outside the federal courthouse in downtown Spokane. This morning, Aaron Ung was arraigned just days after he was federally charged with international parental kidnapping. It's an unusual case in this district, says U.S. Attorney Vanessa Waldrop.
This one is one that we care very deeply about.
But one she wanted to pursue at the federal level. Friday, Aaron Ung faced a judge for the first time, now charged with international parental kidnapping.
When we found out about a minor child being kidnapped, we want to make sure that we are doing all we can to keep that child safe.
A criminal complaint filed Monday accuses Ung of driving his 2-year-old daughter into Mexico June 3rd, 2 days after he was supposed to exchange custody with her mother. The FBI and border agents found photos and videos of him driving across the border.
There also are very concerning allegations about how the defendant worked with his fiance and family to be involved in removing his child from the United States.
So far, no one else, including Ung's fiancee Nadia Cole, who was found in Mexico with him, has been charged. Prosecutors want Ung held in custody until trial. A detention hearing has been set for August 8th.
So the timeline has kicked into gear.
Waldrop says a grand jury will soon hear Ung's case and could return an indictment. If convicted, he could spend up to 3 years in prison.
I think these types of cases are really where the federal government can bring its resources most effectively to ensure that kids are being cared for by parents who love them and that they are part of a family unit, extended community unit who are really watching out for them.
An affidavit in the case shows that Ung, his daughter, and fiancée Nadia Cole were contacted by Mexican authorities July 4th. Now, Cole was deported, but Ung and his daughter weren't taken into custody until 3 days later when he was arrested. Right now, it is not clear why he wasn't taken into custody immediately, but Waldrop says that may come out as the case progresses in court. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much.